Today on The Occult Detective, I've got a bunch of books to show off. Alright, so where do I start? I could start with what I'm currently reading, which would be Secrets of the Real Black Lodge Revealed by Alan Greenfield and Olav Phillips. This book has just been mind-bending. I don't even know how to begin to describe it. First of all, it's Greenfield, of course, so he's always a treat. And I'm particularly fascinated by the ties to Twin Peaks that he makes in this book, and the heavy influences of Moonchild on Twin Peaks itself, and as a way to reveal what he deems as the real Black Lodge that is active in the world. I'm also reading Erotic Liberation by, I'm not going to butcher that name, am I? Entelekia. Languages are not my strong suit. But this is selected lectures on Thelema, 2019 to 2023. And it has been a fascinating read as well. If you're familiar with Aleister Crowley's Thelema, this is definitely barking up that tree. It's really thorough, really in-depth, and it's been something else. So watch for a review of this very soon. Now, what have I picked up recently? I went to a library sale, and among other things, I did pick up Bernard Cornwell's The Empty Throne. Huge fan of the Tales of Uhtred, and I'm going to be reading this for Norse-Vember. At my side job, working at a used bookstore, basically I get paid in books, so it's pretty awesome. But I picked up the Lone Ranger magazine. It is the June edition, so I'll be saving this to read for June on the Range in 2024. And that's just a great cover, right? So, big fan of the Lone Ranger growing up, and these are just great reprints. Fantastic art inside. Wonderful little additions from Adventure House. Recommend them highly. I also picked up True Vampires. Not the fake vampires. These are the true vampires. So this is Blood-Sucking Killers, Past and Present by Sandra London, with illustrations by Nicholas Klaus, the Vampire of Paris. I picked this up because, it didn't cost me anything, but, so I will be reading this. I'm sure it's fascinating. I don't read a lot of true crime, but this one caught my eye. Let's see, I've got 2 books left to show. I'm dying to show both of them. Let's go with Doctor Strange. So this was the Marvel comic series in mass market paperbacks, reprinting the early issues of The Good Doctor. Just love the artwork here. So, collector's item, The Sorcerer's Eeriest Encounters, all in full color. How could you not want this? This was just laying on top of a a Gaylord. If you're familiar, it's a large cardboard carton that holds thousands of books. And this was just laying right on top in near mint condition. And I mean, how many times have I read these stories? I don't know. 100? 200? I mean, these were great. I never owned this one growing up. So I have several, the Conan, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man, but I never stumbled upon this one. But now I have it. So, the final book, I saved this one for last. Why? Because it barked right up my tree. This is Spooky Indiana. Spooky Indiana, tales of hauntings, strange happenings, and other local lore. Retold by S.E. Schlosser. Schlosser, I guess. Illustrated by Paul G. Hoffman. And when they say illustrated, they mean beautiful looking woodcuts. Now, I picked this up primarily because it said Spooky Indiana, and nobody knows Spooky Indiana like I do. But I thought maybe, just maybe, there are some stories in this book of which I am unfamiliar and can investigate on my own. Like this mysterious fireball. And that's basically what you're looking at here is urban legends scattered throughout the great state of Indiana. The haunted hinterlands of the Hoosier State, if you will. So the book is in two parts. Part one is ghost stories, and part two is powers of darkness and light. That's not scary at all, is it? So you have ghost stories from all over, but I was in particular interested in Granny's Revenge, which takes place in Peru, Indiana, which is roughly a 20-minute drive for me, kind of northwest. And at the very tip of the Great Mississinewa Reservoir. And there's also a story in here that deals with the greater Miami County area, which is the county I live in. So I thought, well, maybe, just maybe, there'll be something in here that I am not exactly familiar with. I was wrong. I had heard of both, but it does go into greater detail and is told in a very lighthearted and interesting way. So this is a book I would recommend, especially if you're Indiana born and bred. So yeah, this was great. And again, picked this up at the bookstore I work at, and well, like I said, I basically work there for free, right? Because I just take home books. So thanks for stopping in. I hope to post some more videos very soon this week. I have Erotic Liberation to show off and Black Lodge. So until then, take care of yourselves and each other.